Hello everyone, welcome to the Day 6 Live. So today we are gonna talking about linear QE, linear QE. Okay, so before talking about linear QE, let's recall what is QE, okay? So QE is nothing but just a linear data structure which follows first in first out mechanism. That means the item that is inserted will be the item that will be removed. In the case of this QE, just let's take example of uh, b- a group of people who are online to take services. Okay, so I mean the people who was there on first that will he or she will get that service first. I mean so I'm gonna code all this on C program. So talking about QE, I already said QE is just like stack, but QE is also an ordered list of elements of similar types. So QE follows, I already told FIFO principle, that means first in, first out. In QE, once a new element is inserted into the QE, all the elements inserted before new element in the QE must be removed. I mean, if the new elements is inserted before the new element is must be removed. So pick function is used to return the value of the first element without dequeuing it. So dequeuing and inqueuing means just relating and removing and inserting data. On stack we said to insert data we say push, and to remove data we say pop, but in the case of QE we say enqueue to insert the data and we say dequeue to remove the data. Okay, so let's write a program. Okay, linear QE. So I'm gonna name this is so let's zoom over so that it will be easier to watch you guys. This is a program that represents uh, linear QE implementation using array. Okay, now let's start the program. So let's start with the header file. I think you all guys know this. What is use of header file? stdio.x. Okay. So let's use conio. This is nothing but just using the function so that while doing the program we should use printf function, scanf function, and various other type of function. So to use that type of functions, we are including these header files on this program. So let's create a QE. Okay, to create a QE, we should use syntax, struct syntax QUE. So that will open, and in struct we need to give variable to the item of stack so that rather than just say 20. Okay, I mean the stack can have maximum element of 20, so it cannot have more than 20 elements. Okay, so this we should put semicolon, and after that in stack there are two parts, rear and front. Rear and front. Okay, okay, so now let's close this struct part, and now let's create type def struct. We are creating a struct variable that will, let's give our struct name is QE, and let's give our struct name QE. It will be easier to use for it. Okay, so we need some function so that we need one function to insert. First of all, we should insert the data, and let's use our struct that is QE with pointer, and we should also delete the data void delete data. Let's use a QE as a pointer, and after that we should also display the value of the QE display, and let's use here also QE pointer. Okay, okay. Wait for a minute. Okay. Okay. Insert finish. Wait for a minute. Okay. Sorry. So we finished this creating tree function. After that, let's type into the main program. Okay. Let's create a main function and code the real program. Okay, so let's declare a variable. Which variable we need? So one variable we need is int QE. Any QE that will be not one character CS, so that we should use twice. I mean, we should use switch case so that user should twice whether he wants to insert or delete or display the result. So we need CS. So we if you are confused why we use this type def, so the use of this type def is so that we should not declare structure here. I mean, by using just QA, by using just instance of this struct, we can declare any new variable here. So that our type def of our structure is QU. So after using this, we can create any variable as we need in further programming. Okay. So one thing we need is Q. Okay. So first of all, the value of Q will be stored in a rear, that will be -1. And remember one thing, on the case of stack, the rear is always -1. It's always start from -1. Okay. And the front will be automatically 0. Front will be automatically 0. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's also clear the screen. CLR. I think this does not work here, so let's not stay. So let's give user the menu of the program. This these are the menu of the pro program. Okay, so user, it will be easier for user to know which part goes which work. Okay, so one is inserting new element. By pressing one, user can insert new elements, and by pressing two, user can delete the elements, and by pressing three, user can display the elements, and by pressing 4, user can exit from the program. Okay. Okay. So after that, we should use one do do loop, or we can also use while. So let's do loop. Okay. So let's do so that it will be easier for after, so that there will be no any error in the program. So on the do, let's ask user to input the choice whether you want to insert, delete, or update, or display the data. Enter the choice. Let's say choice according to instructions, above instructions, so that user will input the right. Okay. So let's scanf. Let's take the input from the user and store that variable as an integer named as cs. So okay, first, okay, now let's use switch case, so that in switch we are even taking input as cs. So let's also put here end of switched, so that it will be easier for us to remember. Okay, switch case. Okay, so if user input 1, our program should perform insert. Okay, insert, and which element is to be inserted? Q element is to be inserted. Let's break on case 2. We are deleting the element. And which element we are deleting? Q element is deleting. Let's also break this statement. On case history, we are displaying the result, okay? We are displaying the result. Which result we are displaying? We are displaying the Q result. Q result. Okay, that's also correct. And on case 4, we should exit user from the program, okay? Mm, case 4, just exit the program. If there is one, there will be error, just click one, okay? Okay, break. So if user input any other number, I mean, if user input 5 or 6 or any random number, there will be error. So let's just give default, default, and give error. Print app, you entered wrong number. And I just remember one meme that wrong number, okay? Okay, and then just please read instruction again. Please read instruction, instruction again. Okay, okay. Yeah, so after that, after that, okay. So there's a default semicolon is missing, and let's break our let's also break here. Okay. So end of switch finish. End of. So if you don't know what we are doing, confused why we are using this do loop here. So the main purpose is on the one compilation of the program, on the while program, on the while.exe program, we should run multiple case. I mean, in our case, but if it doesn't use this do loop here, user cannot delete or insert or display the elements at once. So that if we do not use this, user can just insert the element or just delete the element or display the element. Okay. So if you use this do loop, user can perform multiple tasks. Okay, he can or he or she can perform multiple tasks. So that if we insert one, he can insert data, and again if you want if he or she want to insert C press one, and again if she want to delete C press two, so that on one programs he or she can perform multiple operation. So they are using this do loop. Okay. So let's give file 5 away. Okay, this will be clear. While twice is less than 5. Okay, this program runs again and again only until and unless the twice is less than 5. Okay, now let's return 0. Return 0, and this is the close of the our program. This is the return 0, end of main function. Okay. So this is end of main function. Okay, now this is most important part. Okay, first we are doing inserting new element, inserting a new elements, inserting a new elements. Okay, so to inserting our function name is insert, right? Our function name is insert, and that is stored under queue. Okay, let's look properly. Okay, so this is nothing, just using our function insert, and in that insert there is q. Sorry per mistake. There is q structured name structured name q, and that's variable is just q. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's declare one data element d so that user can enter the element to be inserted. Let's ask user enter the items to be inserted, okay, so that user can input the items to be inserted. Oh, it's already at the floor. Okay, let's scan app scan app and stored in percentage d, comma, and this variable is stored on d. Okay, we just entering the function called insert, and we are just asking the user to input the items to be inserted. So I wanna show you, okay, before moving to the concept of this program, I just want to show you some some stack, okay? So that I want to show you which is stack and which is QE. So before that, just let's sort it, just mm, one linear QE diagram, okay? So that I just want to show you the linear QE diagram, okay? Which one will be better to use? Okay, this one is better. Mm, Wait for a minute. Is there anyone watching live? Oh, no one is watching. No problem. Okay, so this is a figure of QE. So that how QE works, we can easily understand from this figure. Okay, I already told you dequeuing is a process of removing the data, and enqueuing is a process of inserting the data. So first items to be inserted is the first items to be removed. So let's take example. In this figure, see what the first item to be inserted is 2, right? So first of all, here we enter 2, 2, and then whenever we added new items, I mean whenever we inserted new items, the old item is pushed forward, okay? So that will, whenever we insert 3, 2 moves here. Whenever we insert 4, 2 moves here. Whenever we insert 5, 2 moves here. Whenever we insert 6, 2 moves here. Whenever we insert 7, 2 moves here, okay? And in the place of 9, whenever we are inserting 9, so that the first, sorry, whenever we are inserting this 8, the first item should be removed, okay? First item should be dequeued. So in our case, whenever we are inserting the element 8, our previous one, 2 elements is being dequeuing from this QE. So that I understand you can start. So in our program, here we use this, we start from -1, right? If you remember, we give rear as a -1 since uh, this formatting, so that it is real always start from -1 and it from 0, so that now let's operate the program. Okay, we are just finishing the inserting the element and data to be inserted also added. So now let's insert the element. Okay, so to insert the element, we should check if QE is full or not. Okay, so that in this case, if the QE is full, a new item probably cannot be inserted. If it can be inserted also, we should remove the previous item. So that let's check if the QE is full or not. To check QE is full or not, let's create a if function and check the rear part of Q. I am just checking this part of Q, so that if in this index there is element, sure the Q is 100% full. I mean, if there are elements till this rear part element, so surely our QE will be full. Okay. Okay, let's rear is equals to. So rather than using your 20, let's just give a size. Okay, it will be easier for you guys to understand. So this is nothing but defining size here. So I'm going to define size here. Define size. What which value should I should display size 20? Okay, this decide size 20. Okay, okay. So that it will be easier. So that we should also use size here. Where is that? Okay, size. Still error. Why is there some error? Let's check for more. Items size define. Okay, define size 20. Okay, there should not be error, but there is showing error. Okay, it's work now. Okay, if rear, we should check size element should be less than 1. This means if there is, this is nothing but just checking if the QA is full or not. QA is full if the elements is 1 less than the size of the QE. I mean, so that why are you using this -1 is because you know our size is of 20 in this case. It can be any value you want to input. You can keep your 30, 40, 50 or whatever value you can. But in our case, we're starting rear from -1. I mean, we're starting from 0. So that the value of size also decrease from 1. So that if there are 19 elements on that QE, it means our QE is full. We cannot insert new elements. Okay, so we are using this principle. So this is good habit to notice if and Okay, so that if there is test, our output will be QE full. Sorry, QE full. Q is full. Sorry, Q is full. Okay, completed. Else, we should insert new element. If Q is not full, we should insert new element. To insert new element, we should we should increment the rear by one, so that what will happen, so that one element of rear will be incremented, so that if there is 7 to input 8, we should increment the 7. I mean, we should not incrementing 7 but incrementing the index of 7. Index of 7 means 0 1 2 3 4. We are incrementing this, not this. Okay, we have plus plus, and we should insert that element on the item. On which item? On the item of array that is pointing by rear now, so that if rear is incremented by 1, the empty rear is under this variable. I mean, rear is already implemented by 1 but incremented by 1, but rear is empty for now at the current state. So here we are improving or including or inserting a queue here. It's kind of hard, right? So we are just inserting the value there. Okay, finished. And of insert. Oh my god. Insert is it take much time, right? So let's do fast, okay? Another function is delete. Deleting. So let's do fast, okay? Void delete, and that is under QE, and variable is QE. So we should insert a new variable, so that we should check if the QE to delete new variable, so that okay. So delete a new, or to delete or to decrease the uh, elements on the queue, we should check first of all if the queue is empty or not. If the queue is empty, there is no any elements to be deleted, as you know. So let's check. If QE rear part is smaller than QE of front, our queue is empty. I mean, if there is no value, if the rear part is smaller than the function part, sorry, front part, our queue is probably empty, right? So we should just treat app QE is empty. Okay, else we should delete the element, and to delete the element we should ask user which element to delete, and to ask them we should first declare any variable. So let's declare a variable d. So we should not use the element but user, so automatically the last item will should be deleted in this case. Okay, so let's program automatically the last item is to be deleted. So deleted element is the element that is stored on QB of item that is on the first of the QB. I mean front. This means uh, this part of QB is removed, not this rear. Just the part of front is removed from the QB. Front. After removing the one element, we should increment the QB front part of QB. So QB front part is incremented. I don't know why there is error again. Oh, I see that. I see that. It's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. Okay, now no problem. Oh, no problem. Okay, so item is deleted. Let's also print deleted. Let also see here deleted item. Deleted item is percentage d command error. Command d. Oh shit. The command d. Okay, finished. Delete finished. Let's move to the display part of the program so that the value of the QE will be displayed. Okay, QU, and that element is pointed on the Q. So that to delete the element, to display the element, we should use for loop, right? We should use for loop since there are multiple elements, so that we should initialize I. And let's check if stack is empty. QE is, so sorry, if QE is empty or not. If QE is empty, we should not show the result. So let's check. So to say if the QE is empty or not, let's check just rear is smaller than front or not. Print print QE is empty. Oh, how many line code we wrote? Oh, we wrote more than 76 lines. Okay. So if rear is smaller than QE, surely that QE is empty. Okay, otherwise else. So let's use here semicolon, okay? And of is if there is there than else we should display the result that will start from I, and I is pointed at the front part, so that first element should be front part, and I will increment to the part of the QE, that part of the rear where new items are inserted, and I will be plus by 1. So if you don't understand by that, this is nothing, just starting from here, incrementing till here, starting from here, incrementing till less than rear, starting from a front till the end of rear, and incrementing by just 1. Okay, finish. Yep, it's very easy. Option is D. Let's use this red. Output will be separated, and items is inserted on the QE item that is on J. Oh, no J, I. Okay, program is finished. Let's hope there is no any problem. If there is any problem, let's debug. Okay, let's run terminal. I hope there is no any error. GCC 6. There is no problem, but this is not working here. Warning, English will provide a declaration of exit. Let's check, okay, whether the program runs or not. So I don't know why this is not working. Let's check from beginning. Okay, size, okay. Let's check from beginning, okay. Mm, okay, error file size 20, struct QE, QE in item size, okay. Rear front, type type struct QE, okay. Int main. Oh, I understand the problem, okay. We are using int on function, but we are using void here. So let's change all this. You are using void here. We're also using void here. I don't know where they use either. This swing either here. Exit one break. What if it doesn't want to keep break here? Is this the error? I think this is not the error. Let's let's run on terminal again. Or let's copy this code and run on program it. Lol. Huh. Okay, let's look after the online compiler. Is there any comment here? Hmm. Zero. Okay. Oh, it took more than 40 minutes. Oh shit. Okay. If there is any error, I think it just don't want this. So, stdlib, this one to put stdlib.s, right? Okay, okay, I see what happened. So it wants me to prove stdlib. Oh, sorry, GCC 6. Okay, no error, but I don't know why output is not showing. What if? Let's ask ChatGPT. Include conio.ads. There is no error. Sure, I'm sure this program there is no error. Okay, let's ask any error from this code. Okay, it exists, right? Free queue, deallocate memory. Oh, I see, I see. So this is modal type of thing, right? There is no error. Okay, be 100% sure. So we are using a modern compiler. So not I am using modern GCC G++ compiler. So if I run this code on that something called code block or dev C++ in that type of compiler, this code surely works. But in this compiler, it finds error memory allocating. I mean, so it found the error memory allocating. So let's check whether this works or not. Okay, not delete. Let's run. Okay, okay. Uh, let's remove this. Let's remove this exist. No. Let's just. It's not receiving enough video images. Good stream access previous. Will experience. No problem. Mm-hmm. Oh, so young, no. Stream status poor. Stream is way poor. I don't know. Net is working fine. I'm having 5G internet. Hmm, no problem, no problem. So it want to clears me keys in malloc of size key, okay? And this is not good. Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's ask this if there is any error. It is not currently this error is correct. And that's true. It is not showing enough video. No problem. Lol, there will be multiple questions. Hmm. Any error is code if give line with lines. There are few issues in your memory in the queue. Queue is any main function you declare queue, but it doesn't mean for you. Okay. So I should allocate memory, no? I'm so confused here. Let's clear it. Let's just CLR SRC. CLR SRC. CLR SRC, okay? Okay, again error, okay? So let's use this type of thing. It says to use me memory allocation. For a second, let's use memory allocation, okay? After that, it recommend me to remove exit 0. Oh, exit 0 and fq. Before that, let's again check for a minute, okay? Mm. I also think there should be 0. If there is 0, it works or not. Let's check if it works. Uh, it also wants to remove nuclear screen. 0 is sorry, looking to go die. I don't know why this program is not running. There is no any error. I should switch back to Linux. I hate Windows. Mm. Let's also free it, okay? Engineer should free queue. At the end of video 0, we should free. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. This program still don't work. There is compiler mistake. Free queue is not still working. Again, your output is not showing. What is happening? I don't know. Even though the none of you could be a new element, there is no element. Maybe so it says not equal to 4 in. CS is not equal to 4 in. 4 star, right? Okay. So if doesn't work, I will. Oh shit, man. Still error. This compiler is not working. There is few. Okay, memory location. Speed cover, inserting a new element, creating a new element, displaying the element, bring down. Okay. Let's check whether this work or not. Saving linear. This works now. And why does my program doesn't work? This doesn't work. I'm so I don't know why there is error. Oh, I don't know why there is error. I completely don't understand why there is error. Just starting. I don't know whether it's either check this and malloc function allocate for. Oh, it should also allocate here in main function rest of the code. Oh. Okay, okay. I got it. I get. Oh, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. I just got it. I see why there is error. Okay. We are using dynamic memory allocation. So we are using dynamic memory allocation. Yeah. And this one to remove me dead. Ah, okay. I got it. And it want to remove me dead. Okay, now it works. Inserting. I want to insert one. Again, I want to insert. I want to insert three, four. Again, I want to display. I want to display. One, four. Okay. Okay, so let's give here exist. You entered wrong number insert entered items to be inserted. The item is lol. I don't know what is happening here. But I'm fine now. It works completely. Okay, let's now see the output of this program clearly. GCC 6. Okay, first of all, we want to insert element. First one is to be 23. Again, I want to insert the element. First one element is 45. Again, I want to insert the element. Second one is 67. Okay, now I wanna display the element. Okay, display. To display, we should use 3. Okay, for 23, 65, 45, 67. Okay, now I wanna delete the element. That first item should be deleted. I mean, 23 should be deleted. Okay, delete item is 20. Okay, our program works. Okay, it's correctly fine. Okay, it's very proud. The program runs well. Okay, we should exit the program. Git init. So if you want to see this code, I will provide GitHub link. Git commit. Okay, this I will end the video here. Have a nice day.